One of the easiest ways to let your brand values completely go to waste is to not act on them. To have some really pretty words that sound like everyone else in the world, that sounds like every other business that copied and pasted some brilliant brand value somewhere, and then not actually make them your own, not make them yours, not make them matter, not attach them to anything, not include your idle clients in them. Does that sound familiar? When I ask you what your brand values are, do you know what I'm talking about? Or do you think, and it's possible because you probably have your own personal core values, you have your business core values. But what I want to talk to you today is how to create and implement and leverage your brand values. And yes, they are absolutely all related. You just get to address them differently. Hi, I'm Amber Griffiths with Your Brand by Design. And whether you're just first joining me or you have been a friend and follower for a long time, welcome. This is the easiest way I have found to share with you bite-sized pieces of how to create your rockstar brand in a way that leverages your business, that really builds something amazing. The better you align yourself and align your business with who you really, really are, the more exciting everything else gets to be. The more fun it is, the more profitable it gets to be, because after all, if we're not in it to make money, we are deluding ourselves. So let's figure out how to discover what your brand values are, and then how to leverage those to really build an amazing business where you get to do more of what you love to do and work with people that excite you. So I'm going to share with you, I've written these down to keep us on track. I'm going to share with you the first 4 ways to find and clarify your brand values. So first, start with what matters. And that, I know this, some of this seems so basic, and yet we miss it. Hey, Allison, it's nice to see you, babe. I think we skip over it sometimes. When somebody says, what are your values? You go to what I would call like the easy Sunday school answers. You know, the grade school answers, the integrity, the honesty, the ethics, etc., etc. The ones that are really super, super common, I want to say, because they're really basic human interest type values. But figure out what matters. Go deeper than just integrity. Go deeper than good customer service. You know there's something more important. The reason you started your business is probably attached to something that you saw where there was a problem, there was an issue, there was a gap, there was something nasty, and you had a solution for it. So you know that there is stuff important to you that is deeper, not more important than, but deeper than just integrity, deeper than honesty, deeper than serving clients well. So that's first thing. Discover what matters. Secondly, know how your customers and your competition are going to respond. Know what they're doing already. Now, you know, I have a hard time with the word competition. Know what the other people are doing in your industry, if that's easier for you. Partially because you get to understand what the other people in your industry are talking about and what maybe they're missing. Maybe you're one of those people who you're like, wow, I'm sitting here in this little valley and there are 800 people who do what I do. Then do something special. Do something a little bit interesting. Find the gap and differentiate yourself. Do what they're not doing. Focus on an area of your industry that nobody else is focusing on. And to think about your customers, always put yourself in your ideal client's shoes when you're thinking about something like this, and figure out what they actually need, so that it's not, hey, I think this will be great. I think this is important to me. But when you are establishing your brand values, you really want to make sure that it's attaching to your ideal clients, because this is how they connect with you. If your core values are here and their core values are here, they connect with you on a deeper, more meaningful, more loyal level. So as you're establishing your brand values, figure out what your competition or the other people in your industry are doing, and what your customers are asking for. What are they not getting from everybody else in the industry? Focus on that. Next, I want you to stand for something. You know, I've taught you about this. The way to keep your brand updated and new and exciting is to take a stand on something. And not just, I believe in great customer service, because everybody says that. Whether they actually perform that or not is a different question. Everybody believes in great integrity. Everybody believes in and delivering great customer service, right? But stand for something. Whether that's something big and controversial, maybe you are an environmental I don't want to say environmentalist, but maybe the environment's incredibly important to you. Stand for that. Put that in your brand values. Make sure that that's known. Other people, your clients who believe in the saving the environment, preserving the environment, are going to align themselves with you, regardless of your product or service. If they know that your company, your business, you stand for this particular thing, if that's also important to them, they're going to align themselves more completely with you. So stand for something. Whether that's, and maybe it's chocolate, dark chocolate, is better than milk chocolate, which I'm a firm believer of, by the way. Dark chocolate, it should bite back just a little bit. So maybe it's something that simple, but stand for something. Take a stand, have a voice, try to make a difference in your space. It's one of those easy, values are only important, they can only affect your business if they have meaning. So stand for something. And the last thing I want to tell you about discovering what your brand values are is let them be consistent. There's a lot of things in your business that you get to change as you grow and evolve, but your brand values get to be consistent. It's entirely possible that your values will, on the very deepest level, stay the same. They may affect you differently. You may interpret them differently, but your core values, your brand values, should stay the same. So there's the 4 ways that you can actually discover what your brand values are. I want to share with you why it matters. Like, you're like, Amber, that's great. And I wrote down my list and I have my 4 bullet points, but why do I care, right? How is this actually going to make me money? Here's how. First, you, as I mentioned, you get to connect with your ideal clients on a much deeper level. This is not just about the most fabulous chocolate in the world. It's what else you stand for, right? So regardless of your product or service, they can attach to you on that level. But if that's the only way that they are connecting with you, then the second somebody comes along with a cheaper product or a faster service, they're gone. They're out of there. But if you have connected with them on a deep level, like a brand value that connects with their core values, they're yours for life. Doesn't matter what comes along. They're like, nope, these are my people. They believe the way I do. They agree with me on things. It's not just a shopping experience. We can talk about these things, and I know that I'm supporting good people. They are yours for life. That's one of the ways. The other thing you can do is it allows you to respond to how your customers feel. If you are focused on your brand values and saying, this is how it's important to me, and you've taken into consideration how your customers are responding to the market and how they're responding to life in general, you actually have an opportunity to connect with them on that level and react to that, to change your marketing perspective, to tweak your message just a little bit, to respond to that, not change your very core, but just react to them and change and go to where they are rather than trying to pull them over where you are. Does that make sense? So there's another one. I want to share one more really quick before I let you go. Another thing that what I think the brand values really come into play is they act like a filter for your business decisions, for your business activity. Everything you do and say, your brand, gets to be filtered through your value system. So for example, if an advertising opportunity comes along, if it meets all of your brand value criteria, awesome. Then it probably is a good opportunity. It doesn't matter what the price is. You'll figure that part out. If an advertising opportunity comes through and you're like, wow, that doesn't hit 3 out of my 4 values, psh, done. Doesn't matter what the money is. Doesn't matter what the reach is. Doesn't matter if somebody comes along and says, we've got 40,000 followers and we want you to come be on this podcast. If it doesn't tick off all of your brand value criteria, it can be a no. It can be an easy no. When you are hiring someone, when you are deciding who to take on as a client, either they are in alignment with your brand values or they're not. So it makes that decision super, super easy. You can use your brand values once you get them clear and concise and they're easy to share. It becomes really easy to filter everything through that, which makes your decisions easier to make, makes them more profitable, and it makes everything that you're doing with your brand and with your marketing on brand, so it's on point, so it's making you money. How about that? That's not a bad way to spend a Thursday. So I would like to encourage you, figure out what your brand values are. Go deeper than where you stand as a human, than where you stand as a person. Go deeper than what you've heard somebody else say. If you Google brand values and you see the top 10 list, throw those out and go deeper. reach into why you're doing business in the first place. What makes you tick? Why are you excited about your business? Why are you excited about your ideal clients? That's your brand value. Go a little deeper and then figure out a way to leverage it. There are 100 different ways that I could share with you about how to leverage these values to actually make you money, to bring in amazing people into your space, whether they're your clients or your employees or your joint venture partners. All of it gets to go through the filter of your brand values. If you are not certain, if you get stuck on, I know integrity is important, I want to provide great customer service, and I love my people, and I love loyalty. If you're a little stuck, or if you know there's something in there but you're not quite sure how to word it, let's have a conversation. This is an important one. These brand values are something you get to share with everyone on your team. Make that way everyone in your space, working for you, carrying your name, gets to be in alignment with these same values and share that message consistently. And that is how you build momentum. So if you're not certain how to word them or how to reach down deep and get past the surface on your core values, let's have a conversation. You can find time on my schedule. Go to yourbrandbydesign.com/duet. Pick any time that fits with your schedule, and you and I will have a conversation about this. The other thing you can do is you can join me in Brandapalooza. It's one of those, this is an ongoing group coaching program. You can jump in at any time. We're going to be talking about this specific thing next Monday. So if you have questions about that, reach out. You can email me, amber@yourbrandbydesign.com, and let's have a conversation about where your brand is, where your marketing is, where your business is going. Let's make sure that you get to do what you love to do, work with people who excite you, and revel in the genuine thrill of getting paid to do what you love to do. So until I get to talk to you in person, have a fabulous day, and as always, rock on.